as a business owner, there's nothing more frustrating than pouring your heart and soul into a product or service just to see it gather dust on the shelves or no one actually interested in hitting you up for your services. Well, buckle up, because in this video, I'm going to dive into the 3 pillars of persuasion that'll leave even the most skeptical customers powerless to resisting your product or service. You see, your problem probably has less to do with you and more to do with how you're communicating your product or service to the marketplace. I'm going to go to my whiteboard, draw it all out for you, and at the end of this video, you'll be able to leave empowered to go start persuading the masses. Let's jump in. Okay, so we have the persuasion mechanism here. The goal is to get the cash, but how do we do this? The first pillar is desire. As business owners, our goals are to create products and services that satisfy a need, a pain, or desire within the market, and create those products and then be able to present it to the marketplace and then get cash. This is how business operates, right? So the main goal, though, and one of the problems that I see many marketers experience, is that we create great products, great services that we love, but we haven't created something or presented it to the market in the way that they actually care about it, right? And so as marketers, what we do is we channel that desire. We channel that desire into our products and services. And so, example, we don't just create gyms because the market values gyms. No, but the market does value looking sexy, feeling good, being healthy, and the gym is a path for them to achieve that end outcome and that goal, right? And so that would be the example, product, service. But we take the desire that the market has, we channel it through our products or services, we collect cash. This is how the economy works. So desire is really important. The main thing I see that marketers mess up on this with is that they create great products, they create great services, but they haven't figured out how to communicate it or present it to the market in the way they actually care about it. And it ultimately does not matter how great your product is, how good your service is, how great your mastermind is. If no one cares about it, or you haven't found a way to connect it to what's in it for them, then you will fail. And so a big goal here, the way I like to tell people is like, think of it like you're a doctor and the market is sick. Our goal is to accurately diagnose that sickness, to understand what is their true pain point, communicate in a way that's relevant to them, that they understand, and then present your product or service, right? Example of this is back before 2004, Legos. Because of the kids' attention spans getting shorter, they started creating very simple Lego sets. Their goal was, hey, if we create simple, because their attention span is shorter, then they're gonna buy the products that we have, and then that's how we're gonna grow the company. However, sales started to decline and they were on the brink of bankruptcy until they started to do more market research and realized that the market actually wanted more complex Lego sets. They wanted them to be difficult. In fact, if you're watching this, you probably already know that some people who are into Legos, like really into Legos, man, they're looking for the most complicated, as many pieces in a set as they possibly can. And what they found was that the market was getting more satisfaction, not just from the challenge of putting together these complex sets, but the satisfaction and the dopamine fires they were getting after completing a challenging set was higher. They made that small tweak, and now all of a sudden Legos is what we know Legos to be today. So it's important that you understand truly what their desire is, and it's not about how valuable your product is, it's how much do they want. The market is in it for them. You've got to find a way to position it so that they see it that way. Alrighty, the next pillar of this persuasion mechanism is going to be identity. And identity is important because as humans, as people who consume things, spend money on things, we don't just buy things for their utility, but what do they actually say about us for buying it, right? This is the difference between why do people shop at Whole Foods or why do they shop at Walmart? Why do we buy Gucci? Why do we buy Nike? We buy things not just because of what it does for us, right? You can buy a t-shirt from Gucci, you can buy a t-shirt from Nike, they do about the same thing, and realistically the difference in quality is not that much different, but what does it say about me as a person when I buy from this brand? And this is the next stage of persuasion. We cannot just track down what is their desire, but we also have to know what is the identity that we are trying to reinforce with our market when they're buying our products or services. For example, right? You've probably seen a Ferrari commercial or you've seen, Audi commercials, right? And they're not just talking about the car. If I was trying to sell a Ferrari, I'm not going to talk about its fuel efficiency or how good its safety rating is. What I'm going to be talking about is probably the more psychological, more emotional benefits that you'd be gaining if you were trying to buy that product. In fact, actually, this right here, easy example, is how to beat the traffic home. Or this one from Porsche, you may get lost, but not in a crowd. These ads themselves both instill and enforce an identity in a consumer if they're going to buy that product, if they're going to buy that car. It's not about the car itself and what it does, how does it drive. It's more about what identity am I enforcing. And in the case of the Porsche, the concept there is, hey, you're gonna stick out. Hey, you're somebody. Hey, your ego, your status in society is higher when you purchase this product. And so it's important to keep those things in mind, not just what do they want, but also what identity are they going to enforce in themselves if they purchase my product or service. Okay, the final and third pillar of this persuasion mechanism is belief. Belief. They have to believe that they're making the right decision. Not only do I want to figure out what their desire is, then attach that in enforcing the identity they either have or they want to have, but finally, I have to increase the belief that that consumer has about this purchase decision. Now, this breaks down in two different areas. One, they have to believe that they are correctly diagnosing and analyzing the problem that they have, meaning they have to believe if I am selling them a Facebook ads template, they have to believe that the Facebook ads template is the solution that they're looking for that'll fix the core problem that they want, right? Example, no one just buys a Facebook ad template because they want a Facebook ads template. They're buying it because they want more sales, or they're buying it because they want more leads. And ultimately, not even just that, they want more revenue. And the leads is a path to get to the revenue. Right? So first I have to enhance that belief that they're making the right assumption about the problem and therefore the right assumption about this potential solution. The next thing though is that it's not going to blow up in their face. No one wants to believe that something is going to blow up in their face after they've made the decision. They don't want to believe that the next morning they're going to regret everything, right? And so I not only want to enhance the idea that, hey, you figured out the correct problem and therefore you're looking at the correct solution, but also it's going to pay off and it's going to not come back in your face. Now, the weakest form of this, the weakest form of enhancing belief that you've probably seen everywhere online is just guarantees. Someone who says, do X or get your money back, right? Or here's this warranty. While that is a way of maybe increasing belief slightly, it's a very small way to do it because what we're doing is not really increasing belief, we're actually just decreasing risk, which is not the same thing. And so if you're a business, what you actually want to focus on is how can I get them to start thinking about the future, where their future life and all of their problems are solved by this solution, not just, hey, if it doesn't work out, you get your money back. And so what you really want to spend more time on is how do I use the identity, the desire, but also how can I get them to start thinking about their future selves solving this problem? In low ticket space or info space, some of this is done by future pacing problems, or through upsells, right? Example of a low ticket funnel, I might sell that Facebook ads template on the front end, which is going to help them optimize their ads and get cheaper leads. But also in the upsell, what I might be doing is now you also, as a bonus for getting this, I'm going to give you a CRM manager, right? Or I'm going to give you a way to expand your backend or how to open up the next problem because you've already solved this problem, the getting leads or optimizing your ads. But now once you've optimized your ads, what's going to happen? You're going to get all these leads and now you need a better way to manage your leads so that you don't leave money on the table. Now all of a sudden I'm increasing belief because instantly I'm helping you solve future problems that you don't already have because the original core product will solve that problem, right? And so I'm getting them to think of the future problems that they're going to have once that problem is already solved, which hopefully by getting this product, they've already solved it. Right? So if you do those things correctly, desire plus identity plus belief, then you will start to have persuasion mechanisms installed and you'll be getting more cash. If you're a marketing nerd like me and you want more content just like this, then like and follow for more.